We have a Treylon Burks official injury update after his scary head injury he suffered against the Steelers on Thursday Night Football this past couple days. We're going to talk to you about what we heard from Mike Vrabel, along with what we expect from this team for the rest of the season, and honestly, moving forward with coaching, quarterbacks, everybody involved, contracts. We're going to give you the lowdown on everything we know right now with the Titans and what to expect in the coming days. But I want you to subscribe to Titans Today. We're giving you entertaining, informative Titans content every single day of the year. We're trying to make sure that you are informed on what is going on with the Titans. If you want that in your life, you want entertaining value with it, and Titans news specifically to you, well, you can come here and hit subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. The Titans did lose to the Steelers on Thursday Night Football, although it was an entertaining game. Came down to the wire. Kenny Pickett had a game-winning drive later in the fourth quarter, and Will Levis had a chance to do the same himself, but unfortunately he fell up short. But the big story at that late part of the fourth quarter was not the game, it's not what's going on, it was the injury to Treylon Burks. Now, Burks this year has been injured before, but 6 receptions for 99 yards is pretty good, but the problem is, you see that there, 70 on the long, so you take out that, his average goes way down. Now, Burks at this point in time is, well, let's just say in concussion protocol is what we got. That's what Mike Vrabel said after the injury, saying he is in concussion protocol. There was a brief loss of consciousness. That's why medical personnel reacted in the manner in which they did. It sounds like everybody did exactly what they were supposed to do based on the protocol and making sure Treylon's well-being was looked over as quickly and correctly as possible. Now, I'm not going to front, this was scary, but this is good news to see that it's just concussion protocol. Now, what exactly happened was he was carted off the field. They were taped to a backboard. Again, loss of consciousness was behind that. And so he was then carted off into the medical room. They had an EMS ready to take him to a hospital, but the Titans neurosurgeon deemed that it was not necessary for him to go to the hospital. So he ended up just staying forward. And unfortunately, well, I guess more fortunately, it's just concussion protocol. I would doubt we see him, though, in the coming weeks, as it still was pretty scary. If you want to show your support to Treylon Burks, you can do that today on today's video. Get in the comment section, and then I want you to type 16, because that was pretty scary. I got to be honest, that was a tough moment to watch. Football is filled with injuries, but you hate to see something like that, especially getting strapped to the backboard. Tough to see, but give your thoughts and love to Treylon Burks. Type 16 in the comment section. Wish him well, and hopefully being back on the field sooner rather than later. All right, going forward. So after the Thursday Night Football off with the Steelers, what happens with contracts, with players, with the QB situation? Because, listen, before today's game, this is the standings, and you're in last place with the Titans. 2-5 with the Jaguars atop at 6-2, Texans at 3-4, Colts at 3-5. This isn't really exactly the greatest thing here for the Titans if you're looking at it. And here's the thing. The trade deadline has passed, too. You can't do much about your situation in quarterbacks, in receivers, in linemen. And on top of which, if you wanted to get something out of DeAndre Hopkins, out of Derrick Henry, out of Ryan Tannehill possibly, well, that is gone. Which I think leads us to our second question. What about the QBs? So what has happened? Is Will Levis the starter? Has Ryan Tannehill back? What's going on? How is this all going to work? Well, let's first start with the stats between these two, and let's just look at it as a total. Because I think it's interesting to see that there is 4 more games played from Ryan Tannehill. Yet he has a little more than over double the yards of Will Levis, less touchdowns, and way more interceptions. Completion percentage is quite even. I mean, this is just kind of saddening when you look at it. It kind of sucks, but I will say this. You know what doesn't suck? Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the #1 daily fantasy sports app, and it's the only place I go to play DFS. In fact, we are having a special discount for Titans Today viewers. If you go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS, you can get a first deposit match of up to $100. Prize Picks is also offering a reboot policy so that if your player gets injured, your entry can still stay alive. For football and basketball games, this means that if you have a player who exits the game in the first half and does not return in the second, that player is then rebooted. Prize Picks is the only daily fantasy sports platform with an insurance policy. It's super simple. All you do is pick 2 or more players. You pick more or less on their Prize Picks projections. Then you can choose flex, power play, what you want to do. Power play, you can win up to 25 times your money. And I'm telling you, it's the most exciting way to play DFS. It's the only way that I do it. And if you want to get a $100 deposit match, then go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and then use code CLNS for a first deposit. Again, $100 deposit match. Back to the quarterbacks here. Levis is the obvious choice, right? Well, that's the question I think we're all asking right now, but there's one person who isn't asking that question, and unfortunately, that's the guy who makes the decisions. That's Mike Vrabel. After the game on Thursday, he said this when asked about if he's ready to name a QB as a starter. No, I'm not ready to do that. I think we'll have the conversation about the depth chart over the weekend. We'll have a depth chart or something close to it available when we talk to you on Tuesday. Huh? I'm so confused. This makes zero sense. Why are you waiting? Why are you waiting to name a starting quarterback? Will Levis is the obvious choice, and if you can't make that decision now, it just gives this team almost a sense of false reality. Ryan Tannehill is not the future, and I got to be honest, I'm getting tired of this. You have Ryan Tannehill here. You have Will Levis here. One of these guys deserves to start. One of these guys hasn't thrown 6 interceptions. One of these guys has a future. One of these guys is not washed. And it's just getting frustrating to sit here and watch Mike Vrabel continue to say, oh, if Ryan Tannehill's healthy, he's our guy. If Ryan Tannehill's healthy, he's our guy. It makes no freaking sense. If you agree with me, then get in the comments and type WL if you want Will Levis to start. Maybe y'all don't share the same sentiment. Maybe I'm off base here. But I feel like I have a grip and understanding of Titans fans and Titan Nation. And I'm in the community seeing exactly what this wants. And it's not Ryan Tannehill. Type Will Levis or type WL if you want Will Levis to be the starter. Type RT if you think you want Ryan Tannehill and his bum butt to be on the field. He's a great mentor. That's what he should be. He's also a free agent this upcoming season, which means, guess what? There's no future with him. Derrick Henry is a free agent this season. You want to make him happy. I think he's more happy with Will Levis on the field. Danico Autry, another free agent coming. Azeez Al-Shaair. These guys are free agents, and you need to let them know that you care about this team, that you care about making this team better. And I don't think that's what's happening right now. There's part of me that wants to put Mike Vrabel on the hot seat. There's parts of me that wants to come out with a video tomorrow saying, you know what, maybe we should talk about coaching replacements. But I'm not going to do that just yet because I believe in Mike Vrabel, and I love what he's done with this program up until now. This franchise has gotten better with Mike Vrabel, but he needs to understand that Ryan Tannehill is not the future of the Tennessee Titans. In fact, I don't think he's the future of any team in the NFL. It's just frustrating that we continue to have to sit here and watch him say, if Ryan Tannehill's healthy, he's our starter. If Ryan Tannehill's healthy, here's our starter. He's not, though. I guarantee you, if he starts this past Thursday against the Steelers, that game is way worse than just the 20-16. Way worse. It makes zero sense. I love Ryan Tannehill as a mentor, as a quarterback. I think he could be a great coach, but that's what he should be. He does not need to be on the field. He's had a great career. Your time is up. I do have a theory and a hope about this. You heard my rant, but here's my thing. Vrabel has been in his career a guy that's not willing to give up information to the national media. So here is my thought. He has made his decision, but does not want to tell the media. Now, to follow that up, if Tannehill starts and Levis is healthy, Vrabel is immediately on the hot seat. Immediately. Because that is just a dumb coaching decision. Will it happen, though? Fingers crossed it doesn't. You got the Bucs upcoming this weekend, and hopefully a win with Will Levis. Tuesday we'll have the report of whether or not he's healthy or what's going on, and we'll bring you that as well. We'll also have some stuff coming out tomorrow. Maybe talking about what else is wrong with this team or what is good with this team. Either way, make sure you like the video if you love the Titans, because listen, I hope I show this, but I'm passionate about this team, and I think that's why I get so upset, because I know that there's talent. I can see what Will Levis has in the tank. I love Derrick Henry. DeAndre Hopkins is, honestly, people say he's past his prime, but he looks almost better than ever in some plays. This team deserves better. And if you think that, like the video. We appreciate you watching as always, and make sure you're subscribed. We're getting Titans content to you every single day. Tighten up.